This is the Songbird cooking. So right now I have this fat back, and you can see it's vacuum sealed, completely vacuum sealed. It looks pretty good, and it's fresh from the farm. You know, this is southern state, so you know it's fresh. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna open this up, and I'm gonna render it down very, very slowly, very, very slowly. Let's see, I'm gonna find a pot. Let's see what pot I'm gonna put it in. Oh, sorry, it's Cornbread. I think I'm going to use this pot here. And see, that top doesn't fit. So, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to put it in here. First, I'm going to heat this pan up first a little bit. Just going to heat this pan up. So I don't want to put it in the cold pan. I want it to be kind of warm, so it can just go down on there and stick like glue a little bit. God bless. Part 1. As you can see, you can hear it sizzling now. Yeah, it's starting up. Okay, and you notice I don't have the thick, long ones. They're just thin ones, short and thin. Okay, and they're gonna render down. And then I'm gonna put some greens in there that I washed and some kale. I'm not using all of it because some of it I'm going to use to make crackling cornbread on top of the stove. All right, so this is part 1. I'm not putting any seasoning in it right now. And also, this is not salted fatback. I don't like it too salted. It's not good for your blood pressure. Peace, love, and light. It doesn't have any salt added. Oh yeah, it's really sizzling up now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it down to 4, because if you turn it down to 3, it will take a little bit too long. Unless I want it to last like 3 or 4 hours rendering, I really don't want to do that today. So I'm going to put it on 4, let it cook slowly. And then I'm going to come over here, see how it's sliding around right now. It's not sticking. Yeah, it's not sticking. Just so you'll see it sliding around. It's doing its job. You should smell it. It smells really good. And as you can see, now there's oil coming out of there. I did not put any oil in there. I put a little seasoning. I did not add any salt yet. Okay? A little garlic powder, a little onion powder, and a little pepper. Cayenne. And there it is. More oil. It's been about 10 more minutes. I've been moving them around. Like I said, it's got a little seasoning in there, a little cayenne, a little onion, a little garlic flavor. It's still moving around. You see it sizzling. This is also the same thing. You can make some pork rinds. If I just let them go, matter of fact, I'm just going to let them keep going until they turn into pork rinds. As a matter of fact, and I'll take them out when they get kind of hard, because basically what I want is the oil that's coming out of them, so that I can measure the amount of oil that comes out of this amount of fat rind, pork fat rind, rindle. When I sound like a Peter Pecker pepper or whatever. My mom could do that really good, but right now I got a little tongue-tied. So, this is going to be so great. You're going to really have fun doing this. As you can see, all that golden goodness collecting at the bottom of the pot. Oh, look at that. And see, I'm not putting any greens or anything in that, because nobody that I cook for, no one eats the soft fat in the greens. They always pick it out. Yes, it's good for flavor, but everybody doesn't want to eat that in their mouth. So again, I didn't plan on it, but I guess it's a three-part sort of kind of a recipe, because I'm using some to make crackling cornbread on top of the stove, just a little bit. I'm gonna, like I said, I gotta let it render 100% down, because I don't want extra oil in my food. Just want the flavor. And I'm gonna let them get all the way hard. So then we'll have our own little pork rinds going on here. Because look, see, they're not thick. see? If I can get it back on the fork. They're not fake. If it can stay on this fork. Alrighty. You see that? It's very thin. Look how thin that is. You see the fork. It's not a big fork. It's regular dinner fork, salad fork, whatever. Who cares? Look how thin it is. You see that? Alright. And you see it's wiggly, little wiggly. It's not real wiggly though. Look at it. Because it's getting hard. It's getting hard. Let them get hard. I don't want them to get hard too fast because they don't have skins with grease in them. You ever bought a bag of pork rinds and they were grease when you chomp down? Even though it's hard, it's not what I want. So I might have to turn it down just one more notch, like down to 3, because I want all the grease to come out of it. You know, and then my crackling cornbread, I don't want, you know, to chomp down on it. Yeah, maybe I'll just put a little bit of this, because actually I might just use the oil, a little bit of the oil to make the flavor of the crackling cornbread, because really, who wants to chomp down on hard pieces of, you know, skins unless you're eating them? Like I said, when I get done with them, I mean, it's different when you pick them up and eat them, but when you eat a piece of cornbread, it's different because, you know, you eat your cornbread and you're not 20 or 30 anymore, or 15. Your teeth are different, your mouth is different, your gums are different, so let's just be honest here. You know, if you're more than 25, then hey, go ahead and put those cracklings in your cornbread. If not, today we're going to do something different. We're just going to use a little bit of the oil when it's done. And, you know, put it at the bottom or stir it into the cornbread to make the flavor of crackling cornbread. We won't actually be chomping down on surprising pieces of hard pork that's going to make your teeth feel like they're breaking. So we're going to do that, or your gums, you know, when it comes between your gums and your teeth. Anybody over 35 probably understands that. So basically, just here doing this recipe, I've made those choices there. I did not plan this. So based on yes, age and teeth, great, and grease and health. Okay, so you see how beautiful that is. Like I said, oh, there's a piece. See that? Now you see what that's doing. You see, it's turning brown. That doesn't mean it's done. I wouldn't pick it up and eat it or anything like that, because you don't want to get, you know, problems, have intestinal problems. And basically, it might look done. You know, some people, you know, it smells good, it's attractive to smell, and I've seen people just take it out the pot before it's done, pork fat, and just start eating it because they're the one that's cooking it. You know, whether it's pork with beans or pork with greens or whatever it is. And it smells good, and I'm not gonna say I never been guilty, and I never did it, because I have, and I thank God that my immune system is really high, but I wouldn't suggest that you should do that. It smells really good, and it'll make you want to taste it, and that's not healthy to do. Okay, you do what you want to do, like everybody does, but you won't never say that I told you to do it. See, there's some little pieces that are becoming crunchy because it's smaller, you see? Thinner, as you can see, it's thinner, see? But I still wouldn't eat that right now, even though my stomach is saying, yeah, let's put that in your mouth. It's watering up my mouth and everything. I'm gonna turn this down now. I'm gonna turn it down to 3, because I don't want any fat in my skins. Later, when I chomp down, I might want to put a little hot sauce while they're still hot, but there's not time for that part yet. Right now, we're still rendering down fat. You look how much. You see that? All that came out of there, and they're not even done, you see? So basically, you shouldn't add oil to your pork fat, you know what I'm saying? I mean, unless you just don't want to be healthy. All right? You know, it's bad enough to do it this way, but we're gonna do it the right way. That's why I'm not putting my greens in there, while some people, like, they put their beans in their greens before the fat is rendered. So you don't even know how much fat is in your beans or your greens if you don't do it this way first. All right?